What if intelligence isn't about IQ? Not about grades, not even about how smart you sound, but about tiny behaviors you repeat every single day. Without realizing, they're silently holding your brain back. Psychologists have found patterns. Neurologists have measured them. And once you see these signs, you'll never unsee them, in others or yourself. Stay till the end, because number 12 is the most dangerous one. It feels intelligent, but it isn't. Number 1. You confuse confidence with correctness. Low intelligence often doesn't sound unsure. It sounds certain. In psychology, this is called the Dunning-Kruger effect. The less someone knows about a topic, the more they overestimate their understanding of it. Why? Because real intelligence constantly detects its own gaps. Neuroscience shows that higher cognitive ability activates the anterior cingulate cortex, the part of the brain that detects errors and uncertainty. Low intelligence skips that step. It replaces curiosity with conviction. If you never say, "I might be wrong," that's not confidence. That's cognitive blindness. Number 2. You hate being corrected. Watch closely how someone reacts when they're challenged. Do they get curious or defensive? Studies in cognitive psychology show that people with lower reasoning ability experience ego threat when corrected. Their identity is fused with their opinions. So instead of updating beliefs, the brain activates the amygdala, the threat center. That's why they argue louder, interrupt more, and win debates by exhausting people. Intelligence updates. Low intelligence defends. Number 3. You think everything is either black or white. Reality is messy. The intelligent mind can hold contradictions without panicking. Low intelligence prefers simplicity, even when it's false. Psychologists call this low cognitive complexity. It's the inability to process nuance, probability, and trade-offs. That's why phrases like always, never, everyone, and no one are massive red flags. Math tells us the world runs on distributions, not absolutes. But low intelligence craves certainty, even imaginary certainty. Number 4. You constantly interrupt. This one isn't about manners. It's about processing power. Listening requires holding information in working memory, inhibiting your own response, and updating mental models in real time. That's cognitively expensive. Low intelligence brains shortcut the process. They stop listening and start waiting. If someone interrupts you before you finish your thought, they didn't predict your conclusion. They abandoned the calculation. Number 5. You use big words incorrectly. Smart people simplify. Insecure minds decorate. Research in linguistics shows that people with lower verbal intelligence often overuse complex vocabulary to signal competence, not communicate meaning. But real intelligence optimizes for clarity. Einstein didn't sound smart because he used fancy words. He sounded smart because he made complex ideas feel inevitable. If the language is heavy, but the idea is light, that's not intelligence. That's camouflage. Number 6. You believe anecdotes over data. My friend tried this. I saw a video. It worked for me once. Low intelligence overweights personal stories and underweights statistics. Why? Because anecdotes trigger dopamine and emotional salience. Data triggers effort. But math doesn't care about your cousin's experience. Reality runs on base rates, probabilities, and sample sizes. Intelligence zooms out. Low intelligence stays zoomed in. Number 7. You can't change your mind in public. Changing your mind feels humiliating, unless you're intelligent. Studies show that people with higher intelligence experience reward activation when updating beliefs. To them, correction equals progress. Low intelligence links belief with identity. So changing your mind feels like social death. That's why you'll hear, "I've always thought this way," as if consistency is a virtue, even when you're consistently wrong. Number 8. You mock what you don't understand. Mockery is a defense mechanism. When the brain can't model something, it reduces it, laughs at it, dismisses it. This is called cognitive avoidance. Instead of saying, "I don't understand," low intelligence says, "That's stupid. It's Smart people ask questions. Insecure minds throw stones. Number 9. You mistake speed for intelligence. Fast answers feel impressive, but they're often shallow. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman described this as System 1 thinking, automatic, intuitive, effortless. True intelligence knows when to slow down and switch to System 2, deliberate, analytical, uncomfortable thinking. Low intelligence answers quickly. High intelligence answers accurately. Pauses aren't weakness. They're computation. Number 10. You don't ask why anymore. Children ask why obsessively. Adults stop. Not because they know more, but because curiosity declines. Low intelligence treats knowledge as static, something you have. High intelligence treats knowledge as dynamic, something you build. The moment you stop asking why, your learning curve flatlines. Number 11. You blame everything except yourself. External locus of control is one of the strongest predictors of low cognitive growth. It's the system, it's society, it's luck. Sometimes those are true, but intelligence asks a different question. What part of this can I influence? Because growth begins where excuses end. Number 12. You think intelligence is fixed. This is the most dangerous one. Believing intelligence is fixed reduces learning, effort, and neuroplasticity. Neuroscience shows the brain physically rewires itself through effortful learning. New synapses, stronger pathways, increased myelination. But if you believe this is just how I am, you stop trying, and the brain obeys. Low intelligence isn't a permanent state, but believing it is makes it one. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Every human shows some of these signs, including intelligent ones. The difference? Smart people notice and adjust. If this video made you uncomfortable, that's not a bad sign. That's awareness knocking. And awareness is where intelligence begins.